Hi friends, Kelly here. Welcome back to my channel. Guess what's on my desk? It is case closed. It is time to wrap this project up. So we'll see how far we get today. So I pulled it back out. I've refamiliarized myself with this project. I have a few ideas. Today is all about making little bits and pieces to go in and dealing with some of these pages that just have a document on them or just have pockets with nothing in them or are completely blank. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to make some ephemera for our junk journal. We are going to try to get closer to completing a project. I bet we could all use a little bit of motivation in that department. So let me pull everything out that we are going to play with and get going. Okay, I have gone through everything for this project and sorted stuff out. So let's see what we have to work with. This pile here, actually do this one first so I can get it out of the way. This bin here is a whole lot of things that are small bits, little labels, all the little pieces I've cut up or other smaller things that have been cut. I went through it, I pulled out everything I'd already done something to, or at least I tried to. So these are all just a lot of the small things that have been cut or just little smaller pieces. So I have this bin to work with. I have this pile of digitals and papers I've pulled that I have cut into. I have used some of the stuff, so I have a whole collection of that. And then I have digitals that I have not cut into, so these are all full pages. So if whatever I don't use will get put into some other bin. It'll go in something else. So basically what I'm saying is when I get done with this project, I will deconstruct all of the things. So this is kind of how I do any sort of, when I make a kit, I have to deconstruct it. So I will go through it and I'll pull everything out. So a lot of these things, yes, they might be geared towards this project with like this criminal aspect, but there's also a lot of stuff in here that can just get used for regular junk journaling. So I'll put a lot of it into that kind of general category. So I have all of that. And then underneath it, I have this folder here. And I was like, why do I have an empty folder? It's not empty because I had a couple more project ideas to go in it. And I've kind of forgotten about these. This was something I was going to do where it kind of flipped up. I'm not really sure I'm going to still add that, but this was meant to be a signature that would go into the journal. Not a real big one, just a small thing. So I still want to do that. So I have those on my desk to remind me of the projects I want to complete. And then I have some of the completed projects or some of the bits and pieces I've done everything to, and I can just tuck into the journal. So if you recall, I have this whole project with all these mugshot slides. This actually just gets put into the journal on that one eyelet. First page, it'll just hang here. So that's done, ready to go. I just have to put it in when we're all done. So that will just kind of be done. Then I have, and a lot of these I think you've seen, I've either mentioned, shown, or made with you. I can't quite remember how it all went, but hidden paper clip, this silly thing I made with using that paper on the inside. Here is just a document I took apart. This is when I was playing with making the seal, the embossing, kind of playing with that. So it's got an embossed seal on it. So that's ready to go. A little envelope for evidence. There's nothing in it, but that's okay. A warrant, apparently, of some sort. So that is also ready to go. This guy, this thing. And then we have this little project that I made that I'm still not super happy with because it's like, it keeps folding down flat. It does have stuff in it, but I really needed to think this through to make it have something inside so it would keep its structure. Which is why on my field notes folio, I have that box at the back. It's kind of came from this idea. So I still could put another little thing in it, like a journal, which I very well should. So that's something I may come back to and put something in. So these things are ready to go into the journal, but we need more. So that is what we're doing today. We're making more things. So let me get all the supplies ready and let's just have some fun. So let's start just going through some of the cut up digitals and kind of see what we have, what we could make to tuck in. I really enjoyed making all the different slides and mug shots. I have a whole new pile of them. If you caught one of my last videos where I went through the project of making the little slides for mug shots for Case Closed, and then for Field Notes Folio, I said that right, the little asbestos ones. So I don't know if I need this, but gosh, I've just got such a spot in my heart for these, so I think I might just cut this out and make a quick one. It is Sunday. My family is all doing their own things. I'm trying to keep the little one from going crazy and destroying the house. Wait, I'm not going to cut that out. I'm just going to set it aside. Okay. Ooh, a little index card. All right. Let's just go ahead and cut that out. That one's a little too small. Do a little organizing here. Okay, so these are intended to be pockets. I don't remember if I used one of these or not, but I'm going to pull it out because I very well could. It's a good size. And then I can cover up the word distressed. I think that's what I'll do. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. That could have something cool attached to it. It's meant to be like a side tuck pocket thing, which maybe I will make a flip out. Let's see if we come up with an idea for a flip out. An idea is forming. So yeah, we might do that. Oh, look at all the things we have to make already. Hi, hi, hi. All right, what do we got here? Something from the Warden. I like that size. That could just get simple inking and kind of distressing, so we could do that. Wait, what? No, we're not going to use this because it's a venereal history record of syphilis. So, this, okay, so here, what do we do with something like this? I'm not putting this in my junk journal, but it does have some interest, well, it has some interesting, it has some, does it have hope? Can we do anything with this? I mean, it's got things like, it says syphilis right there. When contracted, oh gosh, this is, I don't think if I was, okay, so here's the thing. Now that I've started designing my own digitals and making things and coordinating things and curating, I love that word, I just don't think I would put this in a digital that I'm going to offer. So, I'm learning a lot here. I do like to try to pay attention to what I'm adding into my kits, so we're going to get rid of that one. We're not using that. Okay, we already have something like that. Okay, carrying on. Got really hung up on that for a minute. Missing poster. Okay, so what I'm trying to look at is the scale. Do I like the scale? I don't know if I like the scale, but here's the thing. There's some photos in here of some gentlemen. So I'm going to set this aside because I'm already starting to think about deconstructing. And I'm thinking I could just cut those out. There's a nice block of text here. There's an interesting thing here. That could all get cut out and used for something else. So I'm just going to set that aside. I think I already have enough fingerprinting. I'm going to set those aside because those are great to use. Yeah, anything like this. So this, when I deconstruct, I will probably just like kind of cut it into sections that are a little more usable and stick it in my bin of things, because this would be very useful to pull out and use as a background for something small. So it's usable. When I deconstruct, this might get tossed because the scale's a little small and what's it really saying? So just kind of giving you a little bit of a bird's eye view of what that looks like. I can't remember if I have many of these in there, so I'm gonna set that one aside. I already have a ruler, so I probably don't need that. That'll go in the deconstruct pile. I don't know if I will add another one of these in there, although it's a lady. I kind of like that idea. We'll set that one over there. Things like this, I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling out because they don't need to keep cluttering this whole project up. Oh, look at dogs. You know what? I want to use that. Put that over there. And now this actually could go into a totally different thing. It has a different feel to it already. So yeah, this I might toss because, well, I mean, it's good for scrap paper, but they're so tiny. I don't know that I would use those. Okay, I need to think about an ID card for a different project. No, I'm not gonna use that. All right, so here we had like a blueprint thing going. I think I already used that in, let me grab it. Make sure, where's that other project? Oh, didn't I do something like that in here? What was in here? No, wasn't in this one. I thought oh yeah, right here. I used it as a crime scene. That was actually really fun. Okay, so maybe we need another crime scene. But I don't think that really works. Oh, nice piece of paper. Oh, I guess we have some smaller bits in here. Okay, all right. I think I've exhausted this. Oh, here, pull that out as well. I think I've exhausted what I want out of here. I've got a lot of little mug shots, but I feel like I already have enough of that going on. But, I mean, the whole thing is about criminals and crime, so I don't think you can have too many of those. All right, I think I got some good stuff out of there. Scraps and bits, let's set that aside. Now let's take a quick peek at the full page that I have. This is on regular 32-pound paper. I'm wondering, no. My brain immediately was like, maybe I should print a few things back to back for my little signature that I want to put in there. I might come back to that idea. I think I have a few in here that are on 32 pound, so maybe I have enough to make it work. They're just not back to back. So I could always print something on the back. See, these are all 32 pound. This is cardstock. Okay, mugshots. Nope, we don't need that. I still struggle with this one because I don't love the coloring. It's a little too gray toned. This one's a little too warm toned. That's 32 pound and that's 32 pound. So let's set those aside. And so is this one. I must have had a batch of 32 pound paper in my printer. Okay, this is a nice bigger piece, so I'll pull this one out. So I'm trying to think of small things and larger things. And let's see, I don't think we need any tags. Like obviously deconstructing that will go into just a general. Now these have been something I've struggled with using because they've got kind of this whole decorative motif going, and so I didn't feel like it fits in. So I'm gonna not use this, but I am thinking like, well, I printed it, I want to use it for something because they are very pretty. So what I was thinking is, I mean, there are some words that can still be used, like identification. This one's blank, these ones are blank, but you could easily cover that with something else. So that'll get used. More labels, set those aside. More mug shots. I don't love this color, but I like this. Actually, really, I know I have enough of those, but I'm gonna pull this one out. Use this for something. I like that one. Wait, okay, what am I doing? I've got two piles going. This is the pile of stuff I'm not using. That is my 32 pound paper over there. Oh boy, here we go. And then anything I'm not using like this that I've already cut, I'm putting into that cut pile. Okay, mug shots. Ooh, we got some good stuff here. Okay, let's put, what do we have? I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I kind of want to use this clock. I'm sure something will come to me. It's kind of fun. Let's see, library cards. I don't know if that really works. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Oh, look at this one. I do not remember printing this with a cream, all the cream background. But I did say I wanted another crime scene, so we're gonna create a crime scene document with that. Here is just a thing, whatever this is. Criminal calendar, criminal docket, that's what I was looking for. I think I've used a few of these where I've cut them apart, so I don't think I need to use that one. This one is, there's really nothing on here that I love. So I don't really know what I'm gonna ever do with that one. That one's a little big. Got enough of those. Don't need that. I think I have enough of these cut, so that's gonna go into a different pile. I'm just gonna set that one aside because it's a good background. This is a fingerprint ID card. I don't think I need that. Oh, and then these last pages are the when I was experimenting with embossing my own seals. So those are just gonna stay there. Okay, so I kind of went through all that. I've got everything I think I want to use out of there. I'm pretty sure I've cut enough of this stuff apart that I could use. I might figure out how to use this thinner paper. And let's see, let's go through the other little bin. Okay, let's clean up what we're doing here. Let's see what we got in here. We have all kinds of little bits and pieces. So let's figure out what we want to use and carry on. So little labels, of course, are always helpful. I don't know, can we do something with this Hotel Astoria? Maybe that was where a crime happened. I don't know how I'll add that in, but maybe. Anything I'm not going to use, I'm sticking over here. Well, since this one's already cut up, I think what I'm going to do is cut it here. And I'll just cut down this way, and then maybe we'll use that for something. Probably not using that. No, these are just scraps of paper. Okay, I had to help the little one figure out what to do. No neighbors are around. It's snowing. Ugh. Ugh. It's Sunday. Apparently she's cleaned enough of her room to feel like she can just go make a mess somewhere else. Okay, so these are the transparencies I used for those slides. I don't think I need another one. Plus this one creeps me out. These two dudes, no. I don't think so. I'll just set that aside. This piece is already cut, ready to go. Oh, look, I had one of those pockets. Guess what? Oh, look, I have already decided that's getting used. Okay, maybe I will use it in a different way. No, no, no. Nope, nope. Nope. Ooh, a bit of map. Maybe we could use that. I think I've already got enough of these. Ah, stuff everywhere. Well, we'll just set it over there. I have this page out of a book. I just tuck that in. Nope, I don't want to use that. Oh, here's more map, maybe. All right, now we're getting down to the little bits. Okay, we'll use that. Nope, 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 nope. Throw that in somehow, some tickets somehow. This will be great to deconstruct into my regular stuff again. There's already all these really great things cut up, ready to go. Tags, this one I like. It says curious findings, but I can cover that up with something else. Office of the coroner, it's kind of little, so I don't think I'll use that. I think I already have a lot of those in there, but I mean, the whole purpose of this. All right, this says to police department arresting officers report, and they're all blank. Well, let's just tuck those in. Postcard, nope, 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 nope. I think I used one of these in my little flippy floppy book, accordion book. Yeah, stick over there. Oh yeah, for sure that. That guy looks like he did something bad. Another crime scene. That one's kind of little, kind of hard to read. Record of interviews, sure. This could get just attached to something. Scrap paper. Record of criminals. Can we do something with that? Can we do something with this? Just use like some washi tape or something to tip it all together. Yeah. Good idea, but I think it needs a little more thinking, and I don't want to do that. Okay, another one of those ready to go. Okay, this probably should just go in the garbage. Nope, 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 nope. This I already inked in Distress, so we'll use that. And then I think I have enough of that. Okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to use. We're making all the things out of this pile over here. So, and I mean, if I have to add a tag or something, I will. Oh, I have one more little box. Let's see what's in here real quick. I've already been talking about this for a really long time. Oh, these are all labels and stuff. Okay, well, I'm going to take this guy out because it keeps confusing me. That way I know these are just labels. And I'm going to put these in here. All right, so let's make some stuff. Well, this is going to be in a video that's the length of eternity. All right, this is going to feel like maybe some speed crafting because I just really want to get this done. Okay, so I'm going to lay some stuff out to see what we have and then just start making things. So for this little police department arresting officer's report, I feel like these can go in just blank, like a little extra supply that the detective had, inspector, whatever we're calling that guy. But they need some inking and some distressing. So that's all that I'm going to do to that. Let's see here. These little bits and pieces can just kind of hang out. And then anything that I think will be like kind of more on the storytelling side, I'm going to stick over here. So this might go more of a story. These are more of just add them in. I don't know what I want to do with this one yet. Anything I'm unsure of what I want to do with, it's going over there. It could be a story. I feel like that needs more stuff. This is just anything inking, just simply inking I'm going to do here. Okay, this is more of a story. I don't really know. I feel like I want to attach this to something. So inking for sure. Just think about that one. I'm just going to ink that one. That I'm just going to cut and ink. Same with that one. That could be part of the story one. That's just getting inked. That's a random piece of paper. This is that flip out idea. Which I might do something there. I have a pocket. So I got to do that. And a slide and an index card. Okay. Inking and distressing, you guys don't need to see that, so I'll do that off camera. I'll leave those aside to tuck into things. Let's work on the story idea here. So we've got this one here. I want to make into some sort of a piece of a story. And let's see. I think it'll help to know where it's going. Let me grab the folio. Okay, let's see here. So this, I think this is kind of done because that other project will just sit there. This definitely needs something. So, is it this page? You know what I'm thinking for this page is maybe this is where a pocket goes. And then like one of these can get tucked in. Or, let's see, what else do I have? Like something like that. And maybe that. We also have, where is it? This clock thing. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe that's what this gets. This gets a pocket. Some of the things get tucked into it, and then it flips out this way. Okay, so that's going to be on that page. So these things are going to go together. Okay, next we open it up. All those little things that I'm talking about tucking in, we can put into this pocket here. So let's think about this one here. So I have this flip out thing. Do I cover it with something like that? But I'm thinking something that I can do the whole page on. Or does my clock go there? Okay, not that this was an actual working clock in its folio, but maybe. I don't know. Okay, I want to kind of play with that idea for a second. I'm just gonna cut around it. I could get out a die, I could get out a punch, but I don't want to. That's a lot more work than I'm willing to put into this. So just kind of rough cutting it works for me. let's see here. So it'll go like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe it works. Not sure. Not sure. But regardless, we were looking for a page for our story. Okay, so we have, okay, let's imagine it's a pocket and we've got our crime scene tucked in there. We have something with that, maybe a bit of map sticking out. Battery died again. Okay, so this sticking out. The other thing is the scale of this I don't love now. This would probably be better in something like that. Yeah. That's gonna get inked and put into the little pile, as is that one. Okay, so then back over here to our story. Something has to go on here. I have to do some stamping of some sort. Got a map, got a crime scene. I mean, you can't even see what that's gonna be, so that's fine. And then, I don't know, maybe you see him? You see something. Okay, that's what we're gonna do for that one. Okay, so let's get all of that ready. Set this aside. All right, so now I think what it really needs is just inking and stamping and distressing. So that's what we'll do here. So I will go ahead and ink up and distress all of these parts. Then I will come back in and we'll find some stamping to do. Okay, so I will be right back. All right, everything is inked and distressed for a few things. I'm gonna pull back in and talk about, but I've gone through everything, so I don't have to spend any more time doing that. So I recommend that if you're working on a project and you got all these pieces, just spend your time prepping them. Throw on my video. Watch me and do it. I don't know. I say that because that's what I usually do, is just watch YouTube or whatever I'm doing. Okay, so this whole little story, as I was going through everything, I kind of was building it up in my head a little bit, and I took apart, here it is. This, if you remember, just a little bit ago when we looked at it, it was like a ID card thing, and it was attached together like that. I just cut it all apart because I decided that's going there because she is going to be our crime boss. She's going to be, well, regardless of whatever this says, she's going to be the leader of whatever happened over here. This is one of the guys that was in on it with her. So we need to attach this. I'm going to do it a little off center and skewed. And I'm going to staple it on. I think I have one staple left in here. Yes. Okay. So we got that. We need some stamping. We have our map. So this crime is going to take place in my home area, Minnesota. And I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to do like a couple little lines, and then they escaped to Canada. I need a red pencil though. Let me grab my red pencil. All right, got my trusty red pencil. So let's see, we're going to start somewhere in here. And then she's going to go up to the Duluth area and then up to the border somehow, probably right at Lake Superior. I can't think of where that is, Thunder Bay area. And then they're going to bounce to wherever this is. There. And we're going to be arrested here. So here's where these criminals went. So we'll just do some of that. Sure, that works. Okay, so we've got that. And then what happened here? Let's see. Recreation room. They were up to something down there. They were doing some gambling. So we're gonna put an X there, and then something bad happened on the stairs, and then something bad happened in the cold room, And maybe, where else? Where else did something bad? Maybe, is that enough? Is that enough crime in one house? Yeah, let's go with that. I'm gonna write, I just want to write in red. What do I want to write? I want to write something. I'm gonna write Madison Avenue. I don't know what that is. I just wrote it. Except for I spelled avenue wrong. No, that's a U. Madison Avenue. What's a word I'm looking for? Like a poker room. What's a old-timey word? Old-timey word for, like, you guys are gonna tell me. Like a poker hall room, underground gambling. Yeah. Spending too much time on that. Okay, so we have that. We need some stamping. Let's get some stamps out. We are definitely going to use that. Probably some tidbits. I don't know if I can really find anything of use there. And then I really want to use this one today. I'm going to leave that out so I don't forget. What am I missing here? Where's my stamp set? Man. Here it is. So this is kind of how I do projects like this. I pull out the stamps I know I'm going to use. I always have access to my other stamps, and then I just put them into some sort of box or something so they're quick and easy to grab. All right, so now, well, let's see. We're going to do some stamping. We're going to use red for sure. I want to use some red. We'll go Crackling Campfire. I'm going to pull out Wild Honey because I'm definitely doing some splattering. And I think that's good enough for that. And we're going to use probably some ground espresso. I was actually wondering the other day, is walnut stain dark enough? I'm going to try both of those. Okay, let's get set up for some stamping. Okay, if we're going to do this, we're just going to roll. Okay, so we're just going to stamp, 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 stamp. So let's see, nothing on there. We're not going to do anything in there, but you're definitely getting something. And I'm going to do the Spitfire here. Let's see, duplicate set. That's a good one. Blocks. Let's see. Let's just get out the usual suspects here. And we'll do the splattering. I have a bigger one. Maybe we'll play with that one today too. Okay, splattering will come later. All right. Duplicate set in red for sure. Right there. Okay. Then I want to use, where is it? Oh, it's on field notes, of course. No, condemned. I'm tempted to cut this do not use until adjusted off. I'll just not ink that part. This woman is condemned. It's hard for me to use this stamp in any other way. So, like, it's got such a finality. That's what I wanted to say to it. We'll do that there. Okay. And I just saw it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This one here. Let's keep red going, but let's do some darker here. So we're gonna go with, what did I say this was? Walnut stain. Right there. Okay. And then what else? How about we need some numbers. Let's do this. Whatever this represents. It's visits with somebody. That. You know what's going to happen is I'm going to spend all this time stamping on it, stick it in the folio, and then half the good stuff's going to get covered. So before I go any further, let's check that. You're going to go in here. Yep, that would be exactly what would happen. So you're done. No more stamping on you. Okay, so for these ones, I guess I want to stick to the left side. Okay, so we got our map. Well, that worked out. Dude here is going to get this US serial number thing. Gonna go right there. And let's see what else. Non-assignable. I don't know what that would mean, but let's do it. Let's put that on there. It's weird. In red. Let's go like that. I like that. And, ooh, maybe he was an informant. Let's go with the word classified. Yeah. Maybe he's the one that brought it all down. Oh, there's no name on here. Would have been kind of fun to put it over that. We'll do it right there, over his number that's on there. All right. Oh, and we have the house. Let's find something good to go on there. Condemned would have been a good word for that. And it's not too late. Let's do it again. It's a good word. I want to use it. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity for the word condemned in a junk journal, in my opinion. So it's got to really be something, you know, like this or... get on there. I don't know. What else are you going to use it? It's kind of a morbid word. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Morbid, sort of. Okay. Not upside down. Condemned. All right, so all of those are ready. Let's tuck them in, see how it looks. My ink's out of the way. Okay, so that'll go like that. Yes. Okay, then I thought this clock, I was really thinking I wanted to put it there somehow. And now all of a sudden I have this desire to cut a window out and put behind it a piece of transparency or something. Yeah. And I was thinking about painting this with crackle paint. So let's think for a second on this while we have the idea fresh in our head. Oh, you can't even see any of the house. All right. Okay. I am going to do that. I'm going to cut this apart. This is going to require a craft mat, a knife, and some patience. And I will film it, but I might fast forward it for you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a window here. But I know I already have some acetate I can put behind it. I got to find it, however. Here we go. This is a piece I used just the other day in a project. So I have to work with no more than this. And then I probably have to add some more alcohol to it, but that's okay. Okay, so we are gonna go with, I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm just gonna go maybe there. And let's see, I wanna go down to, is this even lined up? Doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna go down here somewhere. This will go, I have a feeling it's not gonna go, it's not gonna be straight no matter what I try. So I'm not gonna overthink it here. And then maybe right along, I'm trying to use the lines here to give myself. Okay, we'll cut it out that way. Then I'll still have a little bit extra on the top. Give it a label or something. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, I will go ahead and just let you guys watch this process. Okay, got a little wonky there. That's all right. I don't think I'm gonna keep this for anything, so let's toss it. Now I can see the blue, so I definitely have to do some inking. And then this will go behind it. So I definitely need to do some more alcohol inking. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do scorched timber for this. Pretty sure that's what this is. So that's gonna go all along here, and primarily to get rid of the blue. I think that's covering up pretty well. So I just gotta get it in there. And while I'm at it, just needs a little more. Really try to get in those corners. And then I'll get the alcohol ink out, and that way we can actually see through it. And that's, I think, interesting. And then I'll just secure it at the top and bottom, so it'll be its own, like, pocket. Okay. Did I get all the blue? Yeah, pretty good. Close enough. Okay. Let's get some alcohol ink out. Ooh, I love playing with that stuff. Okay, so how tall do we need it to be? Pretty much the whole thing. So this whole section is going to get it. So let's just see what happens here. I probably should do it on something else. I don't really want to get it on my mat. Here we go. Got some paper. I could get should take the cutting mat off. I don't need it anymore, but I'm not gonna. All right, so I'm just gonna do. Ooh, that might have been too much. Ooh, I have that puffy thingy. I have this. Oh man, that is dark. That is not going to be very. It's not gonna let me see through the pocket very well, is it? I don't really think that through. Okay, well, maybe we can lighten it up with something else. Yeah, that might help. Oh, that works. Okay. Let's see if we can't just... I guess I kind of want it to go this way. I don't really know what I'm doing. I am having fun though. Okay. I have feelings this is going through anyway onto my mat. Yes, it is. Let's fix that. There, a little extra protection. Butterscotch seems to be a really nice color. That's what most of this is. So let's just add a few blobs of that. I think I have an excessive amount going on here, but it's all right. This is fun. I have no idea if I'm doing it right. Okay, I think I'm making a bigger mess than I intended. I would tell you the colors, but I'm just kind of going so quickly. Okay, butterscotch. I started with teakwood. That was a mistake. Added some chronicle, and now I've got some smudge. If I can open it. Come on. Wow, what happened here? Are they supposed to do that? I can't open smudge, so I guess not using that one. I'll have to come back to fix that. Gravel, that looks too dark. Flannel? Let's see what that does. I'm gonna kind of add some up here and kind of take care of these harder blobs here. I don't know about all that. I know there's something you can add to lift it or spread it more. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just simple isopropyl alcohol or I really want to use this one. Ah, there we go. It just needed a timeout. But I know there's something you can add to move things around, I think. I don't have that. I have what I have, and that's this. There, okay. Maybe a little more gentle. Break it up a little bit. I guess we're going that direction. This is looking like a marble of some sort. When in doubt, spread it out. Oh no! Or not. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, well, I guess it took care of the issue I was having. Oh man. Don't press it onto paper. It will all come off. Okay. Although it is kind of doing what I want it now to do, so maybe I'm okay with that. I guess I'm just going to saturate this and move it around and see what happens. Oh, fun. Yeah. This is actually, I think, going to work better. Just going to keep moving it around to get what I want. Oh, that was funny. All right, let's go down this way a little bit. How far do I need to go? Yeah, I gotta go this way more. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. I think I need to be done with this experiment. Plus I've used like half the bottle now. Oh boy. So friends, if you're looking for any sort of tutorial or advice on alcohol ink, it is not coming from me. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm embracing what I tell you guys all the time is to play, experiment, see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Because I'm doing that. I'm doing the worst. Okay, I want to get it down here more. It's kind of confined by those lines. Let's go this direction. Oh no, what have I done? Oh boy, things are getting out of control. Let's let it go this way a bit. This way, maybe. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking that. I don't want to wreck it. Let's go this way a little bit here. Kind of. Oh, that's a cool effect. All right. Sorry if I'm not talking, I'm thinking and I'm playing. And drawing, apparently. Is that long enough now? See, I don't want any open, clean spaces. Well, it is what it is. Okay, let's be done with that. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Okay. But fun. I'm every time gonna just absolutely have a blast with these. All right, let me clean this all up and let it dry and we'll carry on. All right, so we've got our alcohol inked cellophane. And it's gonna look like, oh yeah, that's cool. The only thing I don't love is that it's not down here. So I just move it down a little. Definitely like that better. Okay, I will figure that out. Let's just trim it down. And right now it is a double layer because this was just a bag packaging. So let me cut open and get rid of the other side. So I'm trying to think how I can take care of the open, I don't know what to call it, the blank spot, the naked. I used that in a recent video, naked spot. So let's see. Oh, well, I just don't really love that at the top. I like that, but I don't want it to be as see-through. And I also don't need it to be Oh, it won't matter because this is going to be closed. That's right, it's a pocket. I still don't think we need quite as much underneath there. So get rid of that. Oh, if I would have just done it a little wider, that would have been a little bit of boo-boo tape. Which I will probably try to do that anyway. Okay, so like that. I wonder if I should do it this way. So this stays smooth. That takes care of that problem-ish, kind of. Is it going to be... Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking out loud here. I'm just wondering if it's gonna impede and like cause a problem with it sticking to that. Let's do it this way. Let's not worry about that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Go glue it in and move on with my life. It's just not that serious. All right. Just gonna go all the way around. I don't think it has to be an excessive amount of glue. It should stick just fine. Okay, I need to do it more at this angle. So, like that. Let's just do it this way. Make sure I get it stuck down. Excuse me. Okay. I love it. I'm so glad I thought of that. I still feel like I need to do something here. I might just try to cover it up with a little antique linen and see if that works. So let's just get this glued down so we can be done with this. All right, so that is going to need to dry for a moment. I probably should put something heavy on it. What might that be? Let's see, I got a block here. That one's not as heavy, but I think it'll be fine. All right. So now we're done with that. I'll come back to this. I think antique linen will at least dull it a little bit. And then this will go in here. Yeah. All right. Moving on. What else? Where did I put all the little bits? I had to clear everything off. Now I gotta find it. All right, here are all the things that I have ready to go. So for this one, we are just tucking things in. Tickets, this map, like that. I can't remember if I made this like a deep pocket. I think it did. I did. Okay. That. Let's put something that can go all the way in. Like that. What else we got? Is that enough? Should we do something that sticks up behind there? An evidence tag. Yeah, but I want to do some things to this, and I might want to stamp a little bit. I don't want to waste time stamping on anything I'm not going to see. Also, this needs something here, but this needs some work. It needs an eyelet. It needs a bit of a string. It needs string. Okay, let me grab that. I think I dyed this. Did I? No. It needs some distressing. Not gonna worry about that right now. Okay, is that even gonna be thick enough? Yeah, it'll be fine. All right, we need to punch a hole. Let's see, which side am I looking at? This side. And I'm gonna add an eyelet. And it already kind of looks like it has one, but I want a real piece of hardware. I have these. They come with the little washers. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I feel like I saw somebody use those not that long ago in a way that was interesting, but I don't remember who, and I don't remember what they did. That'll bug me. Oh, did I use the wrong one? No. I just can't remember who it was and what they did. Oops, gonna want that again. What would they have done with that? I don't remember. Should have written it down. And then if I would have written it down, I probably wouldn't know where it is anyway. Wait, I'm going to go the other way. For whatever reason, I like the loop this direction. Hello, fingers. We're crafting. Let's get on the same page. What is happening? That was a lot of work. Okay. A lot of work just to be able to do that. All right. What are we putting here? We are going to put stamps. Where'd they all go? I had to move everything, so now I can't find anything. Okay. What? I want it to be kind of big. And what? I don't want it to say factory. It's kind of weird. Speak to me, tidbits. Speak to me. What are we gonna use? How big do we want this to be? How about just a number? Yeah, okay. I have a little tickle in my throat. I can't seem to shake, so I'm trying very hard to not clear my throat in your guys' ear. Ah! Grr. Forgot about. I literally thought to myself before I even lifted that off, I hate having the extra side. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. It bugs me. It bugs me. I don't like having this extra piece here, because then that happens. It's frustrating. Okay, where are my stamps? Let's put something on there. Attention. Let's do that. We'll put the word attention there. Oh. Okay then. I almost had the word attention on my shirt. Attention. Didn't think that through. Required. Attention required. Bingo. Required. Okay. Next. Let's see. Should we put something on here in red? What? Excuse me. Ooh, a pointy finger. Should we do a pointy finger? No, that's weird. Why would a pointy finger be on there? Let's just do address. I don't know. Keep losing the block. Address. Right there. It's funny, you could say address or address. However you want to say that. Then how about, that's not really an address. I'm going to put something on there that actually kind of seems like an address. This is box number 2431. Telephone, Fort Hill. Let's just use that. We'll do it in this. Try not to get the other edges. There we go. All right, good enough. Okay, so that's gonna go in here. This like this, this like this. Come on. Just gonna do that. Add some tickets. Let's put something up on this corner in red. Something. How about this thing? Perfect. Okay, goes there. All right, let's go back to our other page here. So we can do some stamping on those items and get them in. Wait, did I already do the stamping? I can't. All of a sudden I can't remember. I think I did actually. Well, let's find out. I have no memory of that, and that was less than an hour ago that I worked on it. Oh, I did stamp. Oh boy. Okay then. That's a little terrifying. All right, that's glued down. All right, let's get this in here. Oh, that's right, I did do the stamping. Okay. Oh, about one at a time. All right, so we've got that and our crown boss lady. We have our map. When they were on their crime spree. Oh, look, cool. Now you can see his face. I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's try to... I'm going to actually use old paper. Yeah. I don't have a dauber dedicated. Well, if I do, I don't know where it is, and I'm too lazy to find it. So I'm just... I don't know if it's breaking rules, but I'm just going to use... Uh-oh. Nope. No. Oh, crud. I don't like that at all. That did not do what I wanted it to. Actually, it kind of dulls down the shine. Well, that was interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, no. That did not work. So, no to that. Okay, well, it was worth a try. We are not going to achieve what I wanted, and I'm going to live with it. All right, let's go back to this page because I think we're ready to do that. Let's see, I had this. Okay, I did not finish putting this together because I thought about, when I was folding it, I was like, oh, that worked out well. And then I went to fold this edge and I realized I wanted to just show you guys this very simple trick. If you're doing something like this and you have to fold the edges, if you just add an extra little notch where the fold's gonna go, it kind of helps guide where you want to fold it without, if you don't want to be bothered with getting out a scoreboard or whatever. That's one way to do it. That's all I want to show you guys. It still needs inking. What I don't know is what direction this should ever be. I think like that. Let's just glue that down. Get that side and that side. So then at least I have my pocket. Do I want to put a notch in it? That would require me to get up and get a punch. Okay, it's gonna go there. I do want to cover that, so I will find something to cover that. I think it'll be easier to cover if I don't put a notch, so I'm not gonna do notching. Yeah. I think I have a long label. Let me grab that little box. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I knew there were, oh, that's way too big. Okay. What else can I use? Do I have any that are not as big? Is there not just a piece that I saw? Here, this. That works. I'll just use that. Works for me. It looks like it's already inked, but I don't think it is. Where did I put all my inks? Alright, get these back out. What is this, oxide? Oh, goodness. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is, I'm just going to do a light, very light distressing. Rough up those edges, and then on the top. I don't want it to be too pronounced. Just a little bit. Okay. Just in case you can kind of see in there. That. All right, so that'll go there. That's gonna go right on top. And then, what were the other things that were going on here? I think I was just putting stuff in the pocket. And then, no, I can't remember. So it'll be interesting to see what this looks like versus what I thought it might look like. But that's pretty normal. For sure. All right. So that's gonna go right down there. It's a nice little pocket. Okay. You know, I have that hidden paperclip thing. Let me find that. Let's definitely get out the items I already had. Okay, this thing here. Could I make that work? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, what's going in here? That, and maybe... Oh, yeah. I remember now. It was this. It was going to be this thing. And then some extra police arresting things. I want to do this one on top. This way? Sure. Okay, so that and that. I don't know if it really needs anything else. I could put something here, but I'm kind of okay with this being a little bit more simple. I'm just trying to think if I should put one more thing here. Like this little red 5. No, what does that even mean? I could put the clock thing there. No, I don't like that. What's going on here? Where is midnight? Or 12, I should say. 10, 11, 12, yeah. No, okay. All right, moving on. Let's see. Okay, we got that. Ink out of the way. Uh-oh. Almost lost my little thread. Let's put that in that box. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, I guess I can't do the clock there now because that was a plan. That's not going to work. That's all right. Next. Okay, you're done. Oh, we're going to see the back of that. That's a problem. I can't have that. So I'm not going to ink the whole thing. I'm just going to take care of the top portion because that's all you'll see, at least for now. All right. Go back in there. I just got to make sure it is below. That's better. Okay. Now we have these pages. Okay, so before I forget, I have that piece. It's a signature that I wanted to stick in here. I don't remember where. Oh, and I was going to do that flip up thing. I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't know where I'd put it. I guess maybe there. It's probably where it was going to go. Well, let's see. Or maybe it was going to go there. Well, let's see it. Okay, these were the other pieces. So this I said flip up. Okay, it would have to be trimmed. And then I would probably have to tip it with washi tape. And then it flips up. Oh, I really kind of do want to do that now. All right.